Alright, what is up, guys? So, we are still in the process of getting through the rest of Final Fantasy XVI Edition, which I imagine will happen soon, but I wanted to ask you guys a question, because YouTube is stupid, and the only way that I can make a poll is if I have 1,000 subscribers, so we're pretty far off from that number, so that can't be done. What I wanted to ask is, so I mentioned in the video with the Chrono Cross reveal that I wanted to do a pseudo-randomizer of Chrono Cross in celebration of it coming out. So the problem is, when it was just being released for PS4, the Radical Dreamers edition, I knew I couldn't record it. Now, I've already gone ahead and purchased this, well, pre-ordered it. It's coming out on PC. So, I have a question for you guys, what you would rather see. I don't mind either one, but here's the question. So, considering that it's coming out on PC, I could play it for the channel. And I plan to play it anyway. But, so the choice is, I can either play Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers edition, on the channel, just a vanilla playthrough of the game, which is totally fine with me, or I can go ahead and do the pseudo-rando, but the pseudo-rando can only be done with the PlayStation emulated version, so the original version. So, and there's no way to merge the two, really. So, that being said, I want to describe what it is that I would be doing with the pseudo-rando. You already know, ostensibly you probably know the vanilla game just fine. So I'm going to explain what the pseudo-rando would be. Pseudo-rando would be, I would put in code at the beginning of the game to give me every element in the game, right? And for each character we get, for each blank spot in their element grid, we would do sort of like what we did with the Suikoden 2 pseudo-randomizer with the wheel when we were trying to decide our final team, of all of the elements that character can equip. And whatever it lands on, we would put in that space. So there's a little bit of weird logistics, because some elements obviously can't be put on some parts of the element grid, so there'd be a lot of re-rolling and stuff. But, and that, and the caveat that I would always be allowed to put as many heal-alls on any grid that I wanted, because heal-all is basically the way that I heal throughout the game. You just put multiple heal-alls in every, element grid slot, so you always have the option to heal, in other words. So that's how the rando would be done, okay? And with other neat ideas I'd probably throw into the mix also, but for the most part, that would be it. There was also a second idea I had where I would give every character the doppelganger ability that Sprig uses that allows to turn into monsters from the game. Now, when you put in the code for doppelganger, the doppelganger skill, you can equip it on anybody's grid. Also, if you put in an additional code that unlocks all of the doppelgangers, all of the monsters you can turn into, it also includes bosses that you can't actually get in the vanilla game. So, characters like Garai and Dario, who is incredibly busted when you turn that code on, just so you know. Because they have all the stats that they have when you fight them, and Dario does a lot of freaking damage. Anyway, that was the other idea I had, was to do like a doppelganger playthrough or something. So those are the ideas I have for the pseudo-randomizer. However, this is a new edition of Chrono Cross, and it's freaking gonna be awesome. And I really do want to play it, and I am gonna play it no matter what we decide upon. So, we can bypass. There's pros and cons to each of these. Okay, so with the pseudo-randomizer, there's a lot of logistics. There's a lot of things I'll have to cut out while I'm rolling for things. There's a lot of things I'll have to re-roll because they can't go in certain spots of element grids. It can be a hassle, right? And it can mean videos come out slower because of the editing I'd have to do, right? It's the level of editing that, well, not quite the level of editing that Beyond Chaos required, or Beyond Chaos runs for highlights requires, but a lot of editing. So that's a con of the pseudo-randomizer. The pro of the pseudo-randomizer is that it's something you're not going to see anywhere else. Like, this is the only channel that I've seen that has even kind of done the concept of a pseudo-randomizer. And I feel like it was my idea, but you never know. It could just be somebody else could have done it. I don't know. But we've done a couple of pseudo-randomizers on here, and they've been great fun. So that's the one pro that a pseudo-randomizer has, is it's something you're not going to see on any other channel. So now let's look at Chrono Cross Radical Dreamers Edition. One, I want to play it real bad. It's Chrono Cross. It's just the vanilla game. That's a con, sort of, that it's no different than just the vanilla game that I'm aware of yet. They could have added some cool new stuff in there, who knows? But chances are they didn't. But the pro there is, again, way less editing. The most editing you'll see is kind of what you see with our playthrough of T Edition right now, is bathroom breaks and stuff like that. So videos will come out pretty much in the same rate as T Edition did, only we'll get through it a lot faster because it's Chrono Cross. I've played it 100 million times. It's not a hack. It's the game itself, which I have no problem getting through ever. So there's that. We'll never have to, like, die to something and go back to fight it, you know. So this is the crossroads I'm at, and it's up to you guys, because I don't care either way. I'm gonna play Radical Dreamers no matter what. So that's your call. Leave something in the comments. Just let me know what people are interested in. If I had to kind of seed your opinion on what I should do, and, you know, throw my weight one way or another, just simply because of the editing and because of the convoluted way I'd have to do it, I would much rather play just the Chrono Cross Radical Dreamers Edition for the channel, and maybe save a pseudo-randomizer for much later, when I decide to play through the game again in a different way. But that's where I'd throw my eggs in. But that's coming from just, you know, wanting to get videos out sooner, not wanting to spend so much time editing, not wanting to spend so much time, you know, setting up rolling element grids and stuff. And I think it might be better. Ultimately, I'm asking you guys right now what you would rather I do. I will take it into deep consideration on deciding which one I would like to do. You are by no means, you know, deciding for me what it should be. I'm just gauging interest one way or the other, just to see what I would want to decide myself. So don't feel like you're pressuring me if you think one way or the other. It doesn't matter. I'm just taking your opinions into consideration, because you're as much a part of the channel as I am. Let's be real. If you guys weren't here, well, I'd still be here making stuff because it's fun. But, you know, I wouldn't get to engage with my audience as much, and that's what I like doing. That being said, that's pretty much the end of this video. I just wanted to put it out and see what you guys think. And also, thanks for all the new subscribers that have shown up. That goes without saying. I have to say that. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for going back and watching some of my old videos. And, you know, for those of you who came along for T Edition, or Breath of Fire, or Chrono Trigger, and have checked everything else out too, having liked those, that's awesome, guys. Thank you so much. And I'm, of course, always having fun doing this. So, expect more videos. And, yeah, we will see what we decide on for the Chrono Cross. All I know for certain is the next game that is getting played on here in a long playthrough is Chrono Cross, one way or the other. So, let's go, guys. April 7th for Radical Dreamers, and potentially sooner for Pseudo Rando. We'll see. Thanks for listening, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.